Hey everyone, today we're back in the custom pack. And you can take a look close at this custom pack. I included some scaling that I don't normally use. I still have Monkey in here. I'm eventually planning on getting Monkey out of my custom packs to fully change it up. But I included it back here because I'm going for a very specific build. That build includes the Frostwolf, the Octopus, and the Pteranodon. That's all I'll say for now. I haven't experimented too much with the new Pteranodon lately, and I just wanted to try this combo out and see if it had any viability, and kind of go from there to take notes for future Pteranodon builds. And the first couple tiers, I went with units that I typically like. I'm looking for either an early frog swap onto a Frostwolf, or looking for, like a tier 4 on a scaler, maybe, something like that, frog swap. So wasn't quite sure, but I knew I needed to carry stats over to a certain point. So the combination of the gibbon giving the stats and the frog, and yeah, this run get the early Frostwolf, which is incredible. Well, not necessarily early, but get one right away. This took me probably, I don't know, 6 to 8 games to finally actually get a win. I had some decent setups, which I'll show in the bonus clips, where I think I get some pretty good interactions. I think one of the problems that I ran into that I didn't fully realize was the Pteranodon summons the unit behind, right? So if you have a specific order like Frostwolf, Octopus, well, when the Pteranodon summons them, the Frostwolf is going to be behind the Octopus. But that wasn't the biggest deal. It wasn't necessarily a killer for what I was trying to do. But I thought it would be really cool initially to see, the double Frostwolf Octopus combo. And obviously the Frostwolf sends the cold out, the Octopus gives the snipes, and hopefully hits the cold units. I have things like Manticore in here to buff the ailments if I wanted to. But at a certain point, the team was pretty locked up. Obviously with having some scaling units on the team as well. But yeah, I was going for stuff like early manatees to buff the Frostwolf. The whole goal right here at this point in the game is just get the Frostwolf as big as possible. I brought in this Dolphin because I needed some sort of tempo unit to kind of help out a little bit. And yeah, you see we're actually pushing for level 3 Puppy, which is pretty cool. I typically just get level 1, maybe level 2 toy pets, especially the Puppy, and sell it off. But yeah, lose a couple hearts here, so it's a little nerve-wracking, but we have a really big Frostwolf. Unfortunately, no levels yet. But these lasagnas, or as I like to call them, lasagnas, are so great. Such great scaling in the early game. I go ahead and just let the manatee go. Figure, typically I would sell that manatee and replace it with something else if it was going to faint. And look what just happened. The snipe teams. This happens all the time. You run into a snipe team, it takes out like almost your whole team, but your one big unit typically has enough stats to get the job done. So bring in the Platypus because having a summon unit behind the Frostwolf is great to kind of get those triggers and hopefully get the KO on the unit, and then have a medium-sized unit behind it. See if it works out in this battle. And yeah, at this point our Frostwolf is just too big. So looking great. We're definitely ahead of the curve on the scaling race. As you know, in custom packs, it's a scaling race. So yeah, get some great upgrades. Get the Alpaca into the Frostwolf. So now we are going to have a level 2 Frostwolf. And I was really hesitant to take that upgrade because the Alpaca trigger was out. So I was almost just going to buy the lasagna in the shop. Lasagna. And yeah, a quick side note here, I'm trying a new setup in a different location in my vacation spot, so I think the sound quality hopefully is better. Hopefully I don't have to edit out as many driving cars. And yeah, bring the Alpaca for level 2 Alpaca. It's kind of rough with Alpaca and Platypus. I couldn't sell this Platypus because it would have used the Alpaca triggers, so that's why I kind of did things in that order. But it worked out perfect because we got an early Pteranodon. Alpaca's out of triggers, so now we can sell down. and buy, sell a crow, and bring in a poodle for some scaling. So now we have clownfish and poodle for scaling. Pretty good, pretty good. Pretty nice. Oh, elephant blowfish, here we go. Luckily it didn't snipe our pterodon, so we get the frost wolf back. But, man, so close. And that's the trouble when you're running builds with very specific orders and whatnot, right? You have the push-pull enemies, not necessarily eggplant, but yeah, stuff like the chihuahua, obviously snipers. It's a very dangerous game in custom packs. So that's why I'm just feeding the stats into these units. We want the pterodon to survive. We're looking for an octopus. And here we go. We get the frost wolf. I totally forgot I had a level 2 pterodon here, so I should have had it back one more position to maybe give us another alpaca or something, but we get away with it. Really don't want to lose this this last buffer heart here. And yeah, there's the octopus. So great with the alpaca. And there's great units. I could have taken mongoose. I could have taken a lot of stuff. I don't know why. Yeah, now I sell the alpaca. So there we go. Did this run a couple nights ago. Yeah, decide to take the upgrade before taking the mongoose. And that kind of shows how much I really just wanted to ensure victory. So the Kraken is super scary, and they have their own frost wolf. Our stats are huge. So let's see how it goes here. Yeah, decent octopus snipe. And I think you see we just have more things going on here, so we should get the job done pretty easily. Feels good. Yeah, take the mongoose for the stats. I greed a lot with toys and stats. It's round 7, so if we win out, that should break at 9 trophies. And decide to take the boar, because the boar is just a great unit, great stats. Hopefully it can help mow down the back line. And there's the blowfish. So we lose a pterodon trigger. Luckily, we get the frost wolf on the second pterodon trigger. But I think you see here, we don't even need it. So it's looking good. The pterodon with something like a frost wolf is incredible. Even though it's a very low tier pet, that way you can use stuff like ambrosia, lemons, melons, because you have such big stat, right? You want protective armor or protective equipment instead of using stuff like a mushroom. So the pterodon kind of acts like a mushroom for the units that are in front of it. And here we go. Look at that. Even though it didn't work out quite as well, the octopus still gets a KO. The frost wolf gets the cold on the next 2. The boar gets the job done. It kind of worked out so perfect, that battle. I was so satisfied with it. Felt great. We get the stats on 9 trophies, just like we thought. And there was melon armor in that cornucopia. I should have taken melon armor. I wasn't thinking too straight. I think it's maybe because I'm a little out of practice. You know, I've been taking some days off. I took 2 days off from videos, and I took a long time off of playing. So I just kind of defaulted to mushroom octopus, and I realized immediately, well, now I'm going to lose my pterodon trigger. So, and if you missed that because I was blocking it, we just threw a competo on our clownfish because we're obviously not going to level anything else up, and got a dragonfly. So even if we happen to lose a heart, we're going to get a little more scaling. And yeah, the octopus is probably the unit I would want to push to level 3 if anything. So freeze the octopus. Let's see how it goes. What a terrifying team. Sabertooth, Beluga, 2 double Jersey Devil with 5 level 3 pets sold. Let's see what's in the belugas. Can we get it done? When I saw this team, I was like, whoop. All right, going down to 1 heart. We'll see what happens. And their beluga had nothing. And their other beluga had... There goes our octopus. Their other beluga had nothing. So... feels good to catch a Jersey Devil team lacking and yeah, get the job done. So yeah, like I said, it wasn't the perfect pterodon team, but with stuff like the boar back here, did get some good interactions. Let's check out the bonus clips. All right, we're picking this one up with 1 heart, 7 trophies, turn 14. And look at this, level 2 turkey. I got this level 2 turkey really easy, so I just used it to pivot into all these units. We have double octopus with level 3 frostwolf. It's absolutely incredible. Nurikabe absorbs the hits, but luckily we get a good breakpoint. And I went this back octopus because then we get an octopus behind the frostwolf. So this was a very early run in this custom pack, and it felt incredible. I was like, oh man, we are cooking something up here. It feels good. Typically, like frostwolf, right? It was always like Anubis Mothman with frostwolf, and now it's like frostwolf used with the ailment pets and whatnot. But yeah, just going back to the standard octopus and using the Pteranodon, like I said, so we don't have to use mushrooms. We can get the protective equipment. You see how valuable that melon armor was. Ambrosia, huge value there. Unfortunately, we don't hit the cold. The Pteranodon takes care of it though. And look at this, just everything cold, no matter what. Octopus gets it done. Felt absolutely incredible. So I thought here this was going to be it. This is the team, right? Unfortunately for us, we run into an absolute Goliath. Level 2 baboon, level 3 rootling, level 2 blue ring octopus, with the tuna to throw the stats in value with 14. So they obviously went leech tuna for a long time. And I had a little bit of hope still, but I think you can tell their stats are just way too big. We're just not quite there. It's so close. 1 HP. I guarantee you if I got the draw there, there's a good chance I would have won the next round. But yeah, this team was a lot of fun. 1 or 2 more bonus. Alright, picking this one up on turn 15. 6 trophies, 2 hearts. So not the worst place to be, but we're getting in the late game here. So see, we run into a sniper team this turn. And I'm going for, I put Egyptian Vulture in the pack, and it kind of messed up order and whatnot with the Pteranodon. It didn't really work because you don't want to summon another Egyptian Vulture, right? Unless you have like a Turkey or a German Shepherd or something that kind of buff the Vulture. So I decided to go front Octopus. So we basically get another Octopus behind to trigger the Frostwolves after the Pteranodon hit. And it was working out pretty good. You know, these snipe teams, if you have enough stats, you can get by them pretty easy. And yeah, so overkill on the Egyptian Vulture. And this run I was feeling pretty good about too. You know, we have protective equipment on our crucial units. We have the really good monkey scaling. I probably would have moved this octopus back eventually. Tried to figure out a different order maybe. Maybe not though. I probably would have sold the monkey and tried to pivot to something else. And yeah, the beluga small one with the level 3 albatross. It's just, I mean, kudos for a great team, but yeah, that whole beluga small one thing is pretty powerful. Get some great foods in the shop, some great HP, much needed. And still feeling good. But we get sniped, we get skunked. Skunk Dolphin right there, absolutely annihilates us. We get our Egyptian Vulture trigger and some good trades. Everything gets cold, but you see what's going on here. Just don't quite have enough. Quite unfortunate, but I had a ton of fun running this build. I am going to be experimenting a lot more with Pteranodon. I know some people have had some really cool Pteranodon games recently. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Rev GT had one. I'll try to link it in the description. Doing some crazy stuff with it. I'm just trying to get back to the basics here, do some science tests, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about the Pteranodon and kind of this combo. Not this combo, but the Frostwolf Octopus Pteranodon. And that run I won with the boar ended up so clutch. As always, if you hung around this long, I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.